Good morning, y'all. It is another day to make some progress on a car, hopefully. We're at the shop. Sorry about the compressor. It's airing up right now. It might be a little loud. But we're going to be working on the drift Mustang. So, I'm super excited. I'm still a little tired. We stayed up super late last night playing some games. It was a blast. But let's get this car out of the way and get to work on the drift Mustang. All right, y'all. Dustin showed up.
What's up, bro? How's it going?
We got the Bert's Mustang's outside, some parts and stuff in the car, and then the drift Mustang is up on the lift. This is what we're working on today. So we're gonna change this out. Gotta figure out how to do that, and we're changing the knuckle out, which is here, and then some spacers. But gotta figure out how to do this.
It's gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be awesome. And then the kit is, where's the kit? Okay, here's the spacers. And then, so there's the cut knuckles. And then where'd I put the control arms? I put them somewhere. Oh, they're right there.
Right behind me, I think.
Modified control arms. So, let's get it. All right, back at it again, working on the drift Mustang today. I took a little break yesterday to go play some disc golf. But I'll show y'all what we accomplished, or I accomplished. We got the new lower control arm cut inside. We have the new knuckle in. I got some outer tie rods, but this is everything in. So I guess I could kind of show you step by step of what I did. So, oh, and we have the spacers on over there. But, so wheels off. I'm gonna take off the brakes. I'm gonna hang it up so we don't put any tension on the brake lines. I'm gonna hang it up right here where the zip tie is, right up there. We're gonna take that off first, so let's get that off. Alrighty, the caliper is off. We got it suspended, so there's no tension on the brake line. We don't want to mess that up. Now let's go ahead and pop this thing off. There we go. Set it down here. There we go. All right, so I had problems with the other tie rod on that end over there. So this right here, I guess, is some type of adjustable tie rod that the previous owner put on it. But whenever they put it on, they kind of messed it up. The threads here were like pinned on it. And so rather than messing with it, I just went ahead and just got a stock outer tie rod to put on it. But let's go ahead and, I guess, get the suspension part off, get the strut off, and then we'll get the strut off and then get the tie rod off. Right, I think. Yes. Strut first. That's what we're gonna do first. Strut. Alrighty, we have the strut disconnected and the outer tie rod disconnected. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and relieve this down a little bit so then I can take out that spring, and that'll be the next step. All right, spring is out. It's on the ground. Then go clean that up a little bit. Now, next what I gotta do is I got to take out that bolt and nut and that bolt and nut. But they're a little tricky. So with this one, whenever you pull it out, this is towards the inside of the body. When you pull this out, it likes to hit right here on this bolt for the K-member. So you gotta take that bolt out, so that'll come out. And then, as far as this side, it hits the bottom of this boot right here and catches on it. So actually what I have to do is I have to disconnect the rack. I just have to disconnect it here, pull that bolt out, and then what I can do is I can kind of jack up on this a little bit and I can lift it up out of the way, and then we can pull that bolt out wherever it's at, right there. Pull that out. I don't know, I forgot to record earlier, sorry, but I think when I ended off, I took this off, then I took this off, and then whenever I jacked this up, like I said I was going to, we pulled both bolts out, and then slid the new control arm in. The only thing is with these modified control arms, for some reason it didn't want to fit too well, so I had to hammer this K-member in a little bit right here. Slid it in there, slid the bolts in, and then what I had to do is I had to put my scissor jack up underneath this, put the spring in, jack up the scissor jack till it was where I needed to be. Then what I did is I connected the new knuckle to here, to the strut. We tightened that down. And then after that, tightened down the control arm. We tightened down the steering rack and then tightened this down. And now what I gotta do is I gotta put the rotor on and then we will connect the calipers. Awesome, it is coming along. So we got the rotor on, we got the caliper on, and now what I gotta do is I gotta put the spacers on. Everything else is pretty tight, so we're gonna go and stick the spacers on. All right, so I'm putting the spacers on for the angle kit, but yeah, just spacers for the wheels. But I'm gonna actually show y'all a trick. So whenever the wheel is off the car, you know, this is gonna wanna like naturally spin. So if you're trying to torque the specs to what you wanna torque these to, so like I'm torquing these to 110 foot-pounds of torque, I'm gonna show you how to keep the rotor from spinning. So if you're gonna wanna keep the rotor from spinning like so or whatever, so since I'm gonna be tightening this way, what you would do is over here in these little fins right here, you would stick a screwdriver right here. So when it's tight like that, it'll keep it from spinning, so I can torque this down to however many foot-pounds of torques that I need. And then vice versa, if you're trying to break it loose or break something loose to keep this from spinning, you would put the screwdriver on top. So I've got it set to 110 foot-pounds of torque. I've got my screwdriver in there, and now I'll show you how that you can crank down on it. Spacers on, time to put the wheel on. Now I haven't really found out a trick for this yet, but that's for like the spacers are working on something in there. If I need to tighten this down, I'm gonna tighten it down with my torque, what's it called, my impact. Not all the way, but get it down to where it's tight and snug, and then when I drop it on the ground, do 110 foot-pounds, and then I'll try and roll it back and forward a little bit, and then do 110 foot-pounds. Alrighty, it's on there. It kind of looks like the toe on it's a little messed up. I got one facing way out this way and one facing way out this way. So that's something I'm gonna have to end up fixing. But we'll get a little alignment on it. So I don't know, hopefully we get some more angle with this. So let's drop the car and just kind of see how much angle we're working with. All right, so that's about what the angle we are working with. I still have to trim some out of the, what's it called? The K-member. Okay, so let's rotate it the other way. So, and then also gotta line them out a little bit more, but, okay, so there's straight. See the other side we're hitting right now. So we're losing angle already because they're both kind of towed a little bit too far out, but man, oh man. All right, so I decided I'm just gonna work on it, the toe. I mean, I should anyways, but it looks like they're just about even as far as how they're too, like, what's it called, the toe out. So now I'm gonna get under there and try and adjust it. Alrighty, so still the suspension's got to adjust a little bit, but see that wheel over there is pretty straight. And this one over here is slightly turned, but it'll make it toe out just a little, which is just a little, but not as much as it was. So we'll let it set in, but it's coming out pretty good. I like the gapping on the wheels. I mean, it sets them just like barely outside the fender. So I'm loving it so far. But I don't know if we're gonna do anything else on the Mustang. I will find out here in just a second. But I think I'm gonna go get my truck and come over here and try and kind of clear some stuff off of it. But there's a Mustang so far. Angle kit installed. All right, y'all. I think that's gonna be it for today. Got the angle kit on the Mustang. We'll have another video coming to y'all soon. If y'all like the content, if you want to see more updates on the Mustang, on this Mustang, the Subaru, the truck, anything, like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you get notifications on our next video. See y'all in the next one. Peace out, y'all.